Today, I'd like to talk to you about some really bad habits that I've seen testers pick up in their time in QA. These are by no means the only bad habits that I've seen picked up, but these are three of the biggest annoyances that I personally found frustrating in my time as a game tester. I may make a video in the future highlighting more of these, but for now let's just start with these simple three that you can keep in mind to make sure that you're the best QA person you can possibly be. Quick aside before we start, most of the footage doesn't really have anything to do with what I'm talking about, but just rather me doing some random QA in some games I captured so this video would actually have something playing in the background. Number 1. Bug ownership. I've seen testers be proud of their numbers, and that is great. There are testers who couldn't be happier with themselves whenever they found a game-breaking crash, and that is also wonderful. It's awesome to feel accomplished by your work and feel a sense of pride whenever you have made the development team want to strangle you because of your insane QA skills. The problem comes, however, whenever you start to feel maybe a little bit too attached to the bugs you've written. Finding a bug is fun, but that's where your personal connection to it should probably stop. You shouldn't feel offended when the production team marks it as shippable, you shouldn't gloat about it to your fellow testers, and you really shouldn't try to keep it to yourself like it's some little secret between you and the game so you can show all of your friends after the game ships. I certainly understand the urge to feel an attachment to your bugs. It's hard not to feel attached to something that you poured your heart and soul into finding. If you simply have to feel attachments to your bugs, then think of it this way. They are your little children, and it's your job to give them all the tools they need to do their best in life, grow up, and move away. And by move away, I mean cease to exist and make the overall game better. Well, maybe that analogy doesn't work very well for anyone other than Casey Anthony, but still, don't get attached to your bugs. Number 2. Wear your headphones. The QA pits are a great place to work. Even when working 100-hour weeks, I still cherished my time in the soupy QA rooms. And when working those kinds of hours, things definitely could get rather soupy. I digress though. One of the reasons the pits are such a great place to work is because you're surrounded by really cool people who like the same types of things you do. Very few people come into QA without a passion for video games, and those that do come without that passion usually don't last very long. So you're likely to make friendships to last you the rest of your life and have conversations that will become cherished memories. So it's understandable that you'd want to keep your headphones off and converse with these cool people as much as possible. The problem with that is, audio bugs are just as prevalent as any other type of bug. There's a story you've likely heard me tell on this channel before, but I'm going to tell it again because it's a good example of why you should at least sometimes wear your headphones to test audio. In Saints Row 1, there was a character named Lynn. At one point in the story, Lynn dies. Spoilers, I guess. But you're able to call a voodoo doctor and get the character named Zombie Lynn as a follower. Now, Zombie Lynn has all kinds of zombie lines that she says. Groaning, pining for brains, etc. Well, one day, about a month before certification, I decided to venture outside of the art testing that I usually did and start testing missions. I was very alarmed to find out that when Lynn was shot, while still alive, she was playing the audio lines for Zombie Lynn. It was very odd to see this healthy young girl get shot and start yelling, "Brains!" Very, very strange. Luckily, this was bugged and fixed shortly before submission, but if it had not been, I imagine there would have been quite a few confused gamers wondering why Lynn was making zombie noises when shot in a mission. So, wear your headphones from time to time, at least over one ear. You'll be shocked about how many bugs you might find. Number 3. Known issues. There will be days where you find a bug and ask the room, "Has anyone else seen the player character's head floating off their body whenever they jump?" And someone will reply with, "Yeah, it's a known issue." And everyone will move on. A few days later, the bug is still in the game and you're starting to wonder, yeah, everyone seems to know about this. It's a known issue, but did anybody bug it? Sadly, in many cases, the answer is no. There have been many times in my QA career where I've been told a bug is a known issue, only to find out the development team responsible for the section of the game the bug is in had no idea it was happening because they were not informed. There have been bugs that have shipped in games because it was labeled as a known issue in QA and the development team was never informed. So it was never fixed and therefore was experienced by a reviewer and then deducted points from the game score. So the term known issue is far more dangerous than most people are willing to admit. So if you're in QA and someone tells you that something is a known issue, your next question should be, is it actually bugged? The answer very well could be no. And that's it for this episode of QA Bootcamp. I hope you learned something and I hope this will help make you a better tester or QA applicant. Thanks for watching and have a great day.